Alright folks, I know it's early, so let's just get this out of the way. Welcome to the 21st Century Wrestling Rankings Report for this 27th of February 2021. Remember, we do this every single month. We forgot to do it last month on January, but we will from here on out. So here we go. Let's get the rankings reports going here for February of 2021. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we start off with the Lionheart Championship. Was up Vernon Quinn. Now this is the Lionheart Championship rankings. It is for the Lionheart Championship, of course, held by Jose Ortiz. We go from the top 5 in the rankings. So here we go. The number 1 contender due to points in the rankings is Alexander Quinn. That is right. Alexander Quinn has 1 win, 0 losses with 3 points, which makes him the number 1 in the rankings for the main championship, the Lionheart Championship, of course. So that is big for Alexander Quinn right there. Then move on to our number 2 in the rankings. It is Loki Williams. He has the win-loss record of 2 wins and 2 losses with 0 points, who comes in second place for the Lionheart Championship. Then we have Miguel Wyatt, ladies and gentlemen. Miguel Wyatt, he has 7 and 5, 7 wins, 5 losses with -1 points. Then we have Drake Wolf, who is 8 and 6 with -3 points. And then we have beautiful Bobby Stunning, who closes it out with the same record as Drake, but not the same amount of points. That's why Drake is ahead, because he has a better record. Bobby Stunning is 2 and 3 with -3. Yeah, your one match that you had, you're number 1 in the rankings. Doesn't mean you're getting the next shot, but you are the number 1 in the rankings for the Lionheart Championship with 3 points. That is the most. That is absolutely incredible. That is crazy. We move on to our Triple Crown Championship, ladies and gentlemen, currently held by Juggernaut J. Cruz. I should say that Jose Ortiz, how much has he got? Let's see here, hold on. Jose Ortiz is 9 and 5 with 41 points, and Juggernaut J. Cruz, ladies and gentlemen, he is 9 and 6 with 30 points. So there you go, 9 and 6 with 30 points. Juggernaut J. Cruz. Now, okay, so the number 1 contender for J. Cruz's Lionheart Championship is Jason Evans. He has the same amount of points and the same record as beautiful Bobby Stunning. He stands at 2 and 3 with -3 points. Exact same with Dougie Hart as well. He is 2 and 3 with -3 points. Jason's ahead of him just because he was more impressive, and he actually has picked up some pinfall victories so far here in 21st Century Wrestling. So Jason Evans ahead of Dougie Hart for that reason. Then the number 3 in the rankings, we have Gabriel Yamamoto. Ladies and gentlemen, he has 8 and 7 with -4 points. He is number 3 for the Triple Crown Championship held by Juggernaut J. Cruz. Number 4th in the rankings, we go to Corey Hunter. He has 1 and 3 with -6 points. Then we have Dux Dadashev. He is 0 and 2 with -6 points. He has only had 2 matches, but at least Corey has won one. That's why Corey is ahead of Dadashev. They have the same amount of points, but Corey has won a match. Dadashev has not. So Dadashev number 5. Number 6, it is Rick Blade. Rick Blade, he is 0 and 3 with -9 points. And coming in at number 7, it is the returning Aiden Osorio. Aiden Osorio, he is 3 and 11 with -10 points. Really bad record, but only has -10 points. Not as bad as Rick Sharp, who, believe it or not, is only 0 and 3 but has -11 points. But right behind there is Kona Lopez, who has a not bad record but not the best amount of points. Kona Lopez 6 and 7 with -12 points. The number 10th ranked is Chance Morgan. He is 6 and 8 with -13 points. Then we have Johnny Saban, who is 0 and 5, not yet got a victory. 0 and 5, very bad record with -15 points. And we have Red Dreads himself, Dynamo. He has 3 and 9, bad record, 3 and 9 with -18 points. And finally, the last man in the rankings, all the way down at the bottom of the barrel, Sir Nigel Churchill. He is 2 and 6 with -19 points. Right down at the bottom there of Jay's Triple Crown Championship. So there you go, that is the rankings report, ladies and gentlemen, for 21st Century Wrestling here in February of 2021. Remember, episode 17 of 2NCW will be absolutely incredible as we have champion J. Cruz taking on champion Jose Ortiz for the Lionheart Championship, where the winner gets moved up to the main roster of ICW. Whoever wins the match, ladies and gentlemen, will be off to the main roster of ICW, which means they will have to relinquish and vacate the Lionheart Championship, leaving that vacant once again. For once again, we have to decide who will become the 21st Century Wrestling Champion. Doesn't matter who is going to get the win, the championship will be vacant at the end of the day, which means how are we going to recrown our champion? Well, it's pretty simple. After one of them goes up to the main roster, we'll have a roster of 19, but after one of them, 21st Century Wrestling finds the Ali, Rawal Ali, he's by the Real Vortex. He'll be coming into the company after the big title match between Jose Ortiz and Juggernaut J. Cruz. One of them goes off to the main roster. That means they have to relinquish their championship. Could be Cruz. Two of our championships, both titles, could be relinquished. So how will we figure out that? For the mid-card championship, we don't know as of yet, but we know for the Lionheart Championship, since that definitely will be relinquished. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a 20-man over the top rope Royal Rumble match. A 20-man Royal Rumble match to determine who will be the brand new Lionheart Champion. It will be with everybody else remaining on the roster, being that the loser of Cruz and Ortiz will be in that match. So that's huge, folks. Before I go here, today I'm going to show you the full card for episode 17 coming up later in the week for 21st Century Wrestling. We start off with a tag team match as Chance Morgan will this time team up with Aiden Osorio to take on Gabriel Yamamoto and Miguel Wyatt. Match number 2, Conor Lopez goes one-on-one with Rick Blade. Match number 3, we have a full threat matchup taking on Alexander taking on Dynamo. Even though Dynamo and Dadashev are at the bottom of the barrel in the Triple Crown Championship picture, Alexander Quinn is number 1 for the Lionheart Championship, but that could all be very different after this triple threat matchup. Just because he's number 1 in the rankings doesn't mean he's the best yet. You gotta get through the lower card to get to the top, gonna prove himself. Then we have a big match between Jason Evans and Loki Williams. This match is coming about because of what happened in episode 16 just last night, ladies and gentlemen, when Jason Evans was covered by Juggernaut J. Cruz and Loki taunting. Jason Evans said that Loki costed him that match. He could have broken it up, but Loki says you could have kicked out. He thought he would have. They'll have a one-on-one match next week in episode 17, and of course in the main event, I've mentioned it so many times, the Lionheart Championship is on the line between the Triple Crown Champion Juggernaut J. Cruz and the champ himself, Jose Ortiz. It's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. That's been the rankings report and more for 21st Century Wrestling for February here and 2021. Thanks for tuning in. It's going to be a great episode of 21st Century Wrestling, episode 17. It will be coming your way later in the week. But this has been 21st Century Wrestling Rankings Report for February 2021. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment below what you thought of the rankings in the comments below if you missed the live stream. And subscribe so don't miss any more 21st Century Wrestling action, such as next week, that big championship match, the big rumble to crown our new champion, and much, much more. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all soon. KO King, out of here. Later.